Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 5 for some more multiplayer races. For this set, we are using some B-Class cars. However, they all have to be fitted with Vintage Race Tyres. They were not allowed to be swapped to all-wheel drive. I have gone for a car relatively new to the game. This is the Porsche 550. My theory here is it's mid-engine, so when we come to the dirt races, we won't be too bad. It's very, very light. We're talking 1,700 pounds. It has 170 horsepower as well. Downside, it has quite small tyres, which in a car this light shouldn't be too bad, but the flip side of it is when we go off-road, for example, Gliska's Pontiac will have massive tyres. The Tirana will have massive tyres, and they will likely have a little bit better traction than I do, just because they've got so much tyre width, or potentially have so much tyre width going on. There's a few, of course, who've gone down my route of crazy lightweight. Longbow's got the Emery 356. There's a very light, the Renault 8's going to be light. The Mini's going to be light as well. Got Cortina's light. There's a few other oddballs in there. Things like the Ferrari, the Daytona, big, heavy. Well, I'll say relatively heavy car compared to the 550 in the Emery, etc. Yeah, I'm not sure quite how it's all going to go. I feel like this could be quite good. There is a chance this could be very good. There's a chance it could be aggressively mediocre. That's likely the way it's going to go. We shall see. We shall carry a lot of speed into this first corner, which is I'm happy about that. I'm happy with the amount of quarter speed we are able to take in this. It is a little bit lairier than my normal sort of choice of vehicle. We're about to all come pinging out of Ghost Mode. Now, street furniture is dangerous. Me and Longbow are going to sneak through. The two little Porsches have snuck their way through. Now, where we might struggle against some of the cars like the Cortina, it'll probably have more power than I do in that. So when it gets going, it'll probably outrun us. Oh, Longbow got the street furniture. So yeah, we've got to be super careful with our tiny lightweight Porsches, because street furniture will absolutely slaughter us around here. We have got a good run. Okay, so that is faster than me down the straights. We might be a little quicker than Longbow in the corners. The Mini is going barreling towards us as well at the moment, so we might have to defend a smidge from that. We'll try and carry speed. So now we got street furniture that time around. So yeah, we can definitely carry the quarter speed on Longbow when we get it right through here. We can carry the corner speed on the Mini, although the Mini has us in a straight line, I think, in all of this. We are through, yeah, we're much quicker through that section. We will try and cut underneath. It is a little bit more slidey, of course, in these wet conditions. I mean, the rain doesn't make the biggest difference in the world, but it does make a difference on this. Longbow struggling for grip out there. We pull clear of the Mini. Well, will we be able to have a look to the inside here? Yes, Longbow missed the brakes. We will get alongside, but we know that Emery is a little faster than us down the straights. It's not by much, but it is a little bit quicker. And this is a difficult place to have a dive into this corner. It's not the biggest braking zone. In fact, it's barely a braking zone in these. I should have been braver. We've got a couple of laps to try and find a way. I think where it's going to happen is the bottom of the hill. I think if we're going to get a pass, if we're going to make it stick, it will be at the bottom of the hill here. We've got the exit of this corner here, because we have been very fast mid-corner, not quite fast enough. Longbow defends through the next turn, which is we're going to have to be done here. We are heaping the pressure on that Emery. We'll draw alongside, but we are the wrong side really through here. We'll keep the foot down, but it's still on the wrong side for the final corner. Can we make it work? I'm going to go for a cutback. No, Longbow kind of covered. We couldn't quite carry enough speed to make the cutback work. Now we are starting. Well, we have almost run out of time to find a way past. We tried and tried on that lap, didn't quite make it stick. I think I can carry a little bit more quarter speed than I am. I'm just a little bit nervous. You can see both of these cars very twitchy when they start sliding. I'm worried because they're so small, they're so light. When they do start sliding, it'd be really easy for the back end just to snap and let go. So we are trying to sort of pick and choose our moment to get underneath, and it's not quite there yet. Longbow definitely struggling for grip a little bit more here. Not found a way past this lap. We are going to have to send it somewhere. I think it's going to be this final corner, although Longbow's further away this lap around. We're much further away this lap around. Can we get second gear working? We do. We're very nicely out of the final corner, but it's not enough to get alongside. We're moving around all over the place behind Longbow here, but we aren't quite able to have a big dive at turn 1. We've carried a lot of speed into here. It's better this time around, but Longbow covers the inside through this next section. We might not need the inside if we've got the speed here. No, we're not got the grip. The back end let go at a critical moment. Longbow holds it, but it's only just. Longbow is clinging on with fingertips at the moment in that Emery. Can we? Oh, we can get the nose alongside here. It's going to be, this is like it was a couple of laps ago. We're almost side by side with that car ahead. It's going to be the final corner. Is Longbow going to slide? No, Longbow doesn't slide this lap around. We are not going to be close enough to be able to do anything here unless we get an absolutely... No, we can't do it. We ran out of grip. I chucked it at the final corner. Kind of had to. Oh, I think we had the slightly faster car there. I think we did. However, Longbow defended very, very well in that. We just couldn't find a place. We couldn't find a way to open the door there. The E-Type was pretty fast, actually, considering that was a very twisty circuit that would be likely to be strong for the Porsches. The E-Type gets onto the podium. Cortina is in 4th ahead of the Firebird. Ooh, the Mini end up slid down into a 6th in that one. Bloody hell. That was one hell of a race. That was a hell of a race. I just couldn't find a way past, but it was great fun. We are heading off-road for our next race, the Caldera Scramble. I can't remember what suspension I have on this car. Not sure what I went for in the end here. Yeah, I'm curious to see whether the likes of the Firebird are going to... The massive rear tyres in that car are going to help it with traction, undoubtedly. Or whether the two tiny Porsches with their mid-engine and just lack of any sort of weight are going to be enough to counter that. They were definitely fast at the first track. The E-Type's a little bit of an unknown quantity, and the E-Type starts on pole as well here. So... well, we shall have to see how we fare in this one. I'm hoping we shall be good. Hopefully the handling that we had on the tarmac will translate here, because of course we're all in the same boat in terms of tyres. We're all on, we've got the same compound of tyre, so no one's going to have an advantage with any of that. We've had a good run away from the start. Of course, the Renault is rear-engined. So the two Porsches might be mid-engine, but yeah, the Renault's engine is all the way at the back. That could help it as well. Again, it's power down, but it also does have quite small tyres. We are going to slip and slide our way through here a little bit. Can we get past Longbow? We stared at the back of that. I'm going to say pink car. It's not quite pink. I'm not sure what colour it is. We stared at the back of that for far too long in that first race. Oh, it looks like we're going to end up doing a similar thing here. And we do not want to be letting that E-Type get away if we can help it. Now, the E-Type can clear the debris on lap 1. That's really helpful for us, because these little lightweight cars, not so good. I imagine the E-Type must have pretty big tyres as well here. So that will, compared to ours, I would expect that that would. We will try and chuck it into turn 1. So we can get underneath. I just can't complete the pass at the moment. Where are we going to complete a pass? I mean... might be a case of wait for Longbow to start fighting with the Jag. I've still got that corner right with this. I've not got the grip that I'm kind of expecting quite from this car, which is, I say, not a problem. I've got to adjust quicker. We are not enjoying the bumps, which makes me think maybe I put this on race suspension. Oh, if it was on race suspension, I would have thought it would have been lower. We are carrying great speed through here. Can I duck underneath Longbow? I can, but then we're on the wrong side for this next bit. Oh, and there's some rocks that weren't cleared out at the start. We're still side by side with Longbow, looking for a way past. We are going to let the Jag win, because the two Porsches are going to fight each other too much, I have a feeling. Can I get underneath this time around? Can I carry enough momentum? That is the question. We might have finally done it. No, because Longbow's got the acceleration up the hill, although Longbow hit a rock. Longbow did lose some speed. On that rock, I'm going to try and get underneath that car through here. It looks like we might finally have completed the pass, although that's a lot of sliding by me that we didn't really want. The Jag's really struggling for traction now. This section is where we're really quick. We draw up alongside the E-Type that has had a bit of a slidey section, and we're going to go around the outside and make it stick. But we are on a very tight line through here that'll make us slow on the exit. As we're trying to fend off the Jag, we do. as we run up the hill, and that will be us into the lead of the race. Please, Jag and Porsche fight behind. Longbow might have got through as well. I think they have. We will break into this first corner, try and carry momentum. I don't mind that higher line. When I'm on my own, we can try and get a good slingshot out the other side. It was like Gliska's battling away with the classic Ford as well for position back there. This has been another very, very exciting race. Now I just got to knock Beans it up. We can get through this section and make as much lap time as possible, because this is where we have been strong. The rest of the lap we're pretty even. It's here where we seem to make a good amount of time. Just not excite the back of our 550. Oh, I don't know if I wanted third gear all the way through there. We have got out the other side in one piece. Longbow it's now Longbow's turn to try and hunt us down. Don't miss a checkpoint like an idiot. That would be annoying if that's how we lost this one. One lap to go here. Longbow will be looking for any opportunity to find a way past. Maintain that speed as best we can through there. It is good. Longbow will catch a little bit up this hill, but it's not close enough to have a look. I wouldn't have expected. Into this next corner. Take it a little. I say, not take it easy, but we're going to try and make sure we don't clonk a wall. Make sure we don't spin. I mean, none of these cars have very much grip going on. We're all struggling. We're all struggling with the same kind of thing. You saw how much as I passed the E-Type. You saw how much that Jag was struggling with grip through this section. I'm trying to set up for a good exit, but we got a little bit of a twitch there. We are a bit out of shape. We could be vulnerable here, although Lombow's also sliding behind us as we head up towards the finish line. I don't think it's not going to be close enough behind us. Longbo's not quite going to be able to do it. Oh, that was hard work, but it was very good fun. We will claim victory this time. Longbow is second. The Jag's on the podium. Once we I think the Jag just had one bad lap when I passed Longbow. The Jag got all out of shape, and we managed to pounce at the right time because the lap times are unbelievably close. Gliska got fourth. Not too far down in lap times either. Neither was the Ford Coupe in fifth, ahead of the Renault Cortina, Tirana Mini, Daytona not quite working, and the Capri. Oh, I can breathe now, I think, after that one. We head on to our next race, the Emerald Circuit. Me and Longbow are towards the back. Again, we're expecting the Porsches to be fast here. The E-Type will probably be quick as well around this track. Maybe this might favour the E-Type a little bit more. I don't know how the Jag's built for this one. It's a little bit of a faster circuit here. I might struggle against that Emery. I have a feeling that's got a bit better top speed than I do. So, yeah, we might... If we can get through the pack and not be behind the Emery, we might stand a chance. It might be us defending, but that relies, of course, of getting through the pack, and who knows what else might be faster around this track. I don't know. We will have to wait and see, because this is a very different kind of track to the circuits we have driven on so far. Bloody hell, that launch is too quick for me. Okay, well, we're not gonna do the thing I wanted to do most. We're most definitely not going to be able to do. Fantastic. We will have to hope that our grip is great enough that we can carry enough momentum through these corners. Try to make the most of Ghost Mode. Oh, Mini is out of Ghost Mode. Oh, yeah, we were trying to be sneaky and make the most of the Ghost Mode where we could. Oh, unfortunately for all the Minis lagging a lot as well. That's a little bit sketchy. We do get part... I don't know where that's going to appear. It's Schrodinger's Mr. Bean. We don't know where it is. Oh, yeah, okay, who knows. I'm thinking it's now gone and out of the way, but oh, bloody hell, it's there, it's not there, it's killed a Jag. Jag's always killed up. I mean, we can't really blame the Jag on that one. At some point, a green Mini might turn up. We don't know whether it's existing or not until you hit it. Pretty much. I can carry so much more speed through there when I'm on my own. This is going the way of a Longbow, unless we can get through here pretty swiftly. The two heavyweight cars, or heavier weight cars, have kind of screwed each other over a little bit on that one. I don't know whether they got connected or quite what happened, but we should get to the inside of the Daytona here. We will be late. I don't know if Speed Beast can see me on that one. They very much just kind of wandered over Either way, the little Porsche held its own, and we made that work. Longbow's got a little bit stuck, actually, trying to pass the Renault, which has helped me. Longbow hasn't been able to get to the front and just run clear. Their battle has actually helped me and the Jag join this fight. The poor Renault might be about to lose 3 places in one go here, because I've had a very good run out of that final corner. We are to the inside. I know we have to make this pass if we're going to stand a chance against Longbow. We give the Jag space on the outside. We get ourselves a second. It's a familiar sight, a familiar game. Hunt the Longbow. So far, 1 round's gone to Longbow, 1 round's gone to me. We look a lot more composed. We look a lot more composed through these corners in the Emery, that's for sure. Can we? Oh, well, I wasn't even. I shouldn't really have gone for that. I wasn't actually aiming for an overtake specifically there. We just had such a huge amount of speed, a huge amount of momentum going on that we could do it. That car seems to really struggle here. It's been really quick on the first couple of tracks, but here, Longbow is really struggling with that car, and we've got a Jag for company that I don't particularly want. We're outrunning the Jag on the way up here. The Jag's got aero on, which is an interesting choice for B-Class. So yeah, I was expecting the Jag to outrun me down the straight and us outhandle it, but it's not that way round at all. The Jaguar must have good handling because it was so fast at the first track. But yeah, it does not have the top end of the little 550. We're going to carry a lot of speed through here. Longbow will probably have to try and think about defending. Not through here, definitely the final corner. We've carried so much speed, I'm actually catching Longbow at a really awkward point, which is, yeah, making life quite difficult for me, because we're not quite finding the right position. I've got to be careful here. I know what move I want to do, but the Jag is going to try and get at the inside. There's going to be a drag race to the line here, but it's going to go the way of Longbow. Just didn't quite have the time. We had a sneaky attempt at a pass, but yeah, maybe we could have waited. We were very fast, but not in really helpful places around there. Yeah, didn't quite have the time to concoct a pass on the Emery. It'll be a second place again for us. It's the same podium, the Emery, 550 and Jag. Grisco gets 4th with that Pontiac. Another very, very good race, though, I have to say. We are off-road once again for our 4th race. My car proved fast. Previous one, this quite a different circuit to the Caldera scramble. Lots of high-speed dirt for the cars to contend with, so there's going to be a lot of high-speed sliding around. I mean, from what we saw in the previous race, the Emery struggled a little bit with the higher-speed tarmac corners. It looked like quite a handful through there. So it might have a similar thing off-road here. I mean, maybe the Jag's going to be good with its downforce through some of these. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see. I have a half-decent spot on the grid, though. We know we're likely to lose out to Longbow before we get to any meaningful corners, just with how poor my launch is here. The gear, I mean, it's partly down to the gearbox. The gear ratios aren't great in this. I didn't want to use the PI for upgraded gearbox. But, yeah, I made something kind of work out of it. It's not great, but it's better than it was. But we do kind of bog down still at the start. Oh, we've come out of ghost mode there at an awkward point. Wasn't quite ready. Now, the Ford is monumentally fast. That's got a lot of power. Does it have any control to go with it? How did we get away with that? I have absolutely no idea how we got that checkpoint. Now, it wasn't going to have been Worm's fault then. It was a concertina crash between, well, like Longbow, like, pinged the oversteer and pinged the wall, and then we got, like, yeah, pinballed. Somehow didn't miss the checkpoint, and I don't quite know how, but there we go. The Jag's around the outside of everybody. Gliska's in the wall. We're to the inside, trying to make something survive here. It's not been a very good... Oh, now we're doing 3 wide again here. We've seen 3 wide is sketchy. Now we're going to trug around the outside of everybody. Not got the grip for that one. Oh, well, I mean, we actually did have the grip for that one. I just pushed it a little bit too hard. This has been a rather messy race so far. Can I duck underneath a Longbow through here? I mean, we know we can carry the speed, but I also know we just run out of top end. As we do start accelerating away down here. I don't know whether we're faster than the Mini and the Ford. We might be over the course of a lap if we don't get in trouble with the traffic. Oh, this could only go well. 3 wide again, into turn 1. Oh, God. Bloody hell, I got very sideways. Sorry, Sloop. I don't know what amount of speed we can take with this car. This is not a circuit I know fantastically well, and I really don't know what sort of speed we're going to be able to take through these corners when you're transitioning onto dirt. We've never done that sort of speed in this yet. We're only just about getting away with it. They're all in trouble. Up against the wall. We're going to try to go around the outside here, which will be on the inside for the next corner, and that should put us to 4th. It does. Right. Come on then, little Porsche. We can do this. Longbow's having difficulties with the Emery in traffic at the moment. Well, I don't think we can catch the Ford. I think that's gone around this circuit. The Mini is getting caught by the Firebird. Now, we're probably going to be a bit faster on the tarmac section here than the Firebird if we can get all of this right, which is easier said than done, to be honest with you. Yeah, we can. I mean, we carry good quarter speed, not quite enough there. The Firebird, I do think, struggled a little bit at top end. Potentially. I don't know if it's running aero. Who knows? We did look like we were catching it last lap around when we got onto the straight. Yeah, we're definitely quicker than that in a straight line. Problem bit we've got is it'll defend into turn 1 here a little bit. And I don't know if I've got the grip to absolutely send it. We might have been able to. Maybe we could have done. Maybe we should have done. But we are up to 4th either way and looking for a way into 3rd. Not going to find it through the fields like that, though. The Mini's having understeer trouble going on there. Not going to find much much grip out that way. Oh, this has gone for the pass to the inside. Well, we're going to hopefully maybe make a little bit of a profit from this. Not quite. Mini is going to try fire back. I'm going to go for a cutback on both of them here. If we can get a good run on the exit, we might be able to get to the inside of the Firebird here and get the move done, although I know the Pontiac's got great traction in these kind of medium and higher speed corners. Oh, we're going to get some big kick of oversteer. Ford is bloody fast around here. I have not got an answer for that. We're not really caught. I know we've been fighting a little bit, but we've not been fighting enough to really lose, I'd say, as much time as that thing has kind of pulled out on us. We are on the outside here, though. We have to be a little bit careful. Gliska's going to get some understeer going through there. Oh, did Gliska miss it? I think they did in that one. That is unfortunate. They were trying to take a tight line through there to get the run on the exit. How Gliska missed that, and I still don't know how I didn't miss that one at the start of this race. That felt like the game was unbelievably kind to me, and a game that's not normally kind when you get kind of bounced around through checkpoints like that. So yeah, I'm astounded that that we got away with that one. We are up to 2nd. We do not have an answer for the Ford. I'll be curious to see lap times, whether there was anything. I mean, this, in theory, this lap should be the fastest lap of the race for me. Whether it will be or not, I don't know. Depends on how well I drive it. Said I'm not the best when it comes to this circuit, particularly. But yeah, regardless, the Ford can just take it easy, really, through here. So if we do catch a little bit, they can take it easy because we got stuck in the traffic. Definitely not as quick around this track in comparison to some of the others. Perhaps not a big surprise. You know, this would be more suited to the twisty stuff, the technical stuff, as opposed to the higher speed bit. Is a little scary on some of the high speed dirt sections, especially on the first couple of laps when you're kind of figuring out what can and can't I get away with in this car, because it is potentially potential to lose control of this quite easily, especially when you've got dirt to contend with. Yeah, I mean, it's another second place. We like second place today. This time we didn't follow a longbow home. We did not have much of an answer for... Okay, so lap time was about the same as the Ford. We got a 10th quicker in the end there, but we lost so much in traffic. The Ford is brutally fast in a straight line. We lost too much in traffic to be able to do anything. Gliska unlucky in that one. The Firebird put up a great fight. And the Mini gets on the podium. So we have two different cars on the podium in this one. We are on to our final race, the last chance for our Porsche to hopefully score another win. I'm a little bit scared of the Ford here. The Arch circuit, I mean, is a long straight. However, there are some high-speed corners that Ford might struggle on. I mean, that it could just run away at the front. If it's got enough grip through the high-speed corners, we know it's got a huge amount of straight-line speed. The Emery is, of course, a very big threat. We know it starts fast. It's a long way back, though. That's the saving grace here. The Emery is a long way back. I think the E-Type lacks straight-line speed, as does the Firebird. Both of those might have the grip in places, but I think they just lack straight-line speed around here, because they're not that much grippier than this, and noticeably slower down the straight. But yeah, it's going to be really a case of how bad is that Ford through the corners, and whether we're going to make up enough lap time with the twisty bits, because we are going to be pretty good through here in theory, if I don't make any silly mistakes, of course. And we have got other things to be wary of, naturally. Bits of street furniture that can cause problems. The Emery is going to have a look through there, but I would be surprised if it could manage to make that one work. Street furniture could play its part around here, especially with the lightweight little cars. We cannot afford to get held up behind a Renault at all. We've got to go here. Now, these kind of long corners are where the Ford is going to suffer. Now, I don't quite know how it's got so much power with the... I guess it's all very... Oh, no, I know how it is. I know how they've done it. So there are 2 Vintage Race Tyres. You weren't allowed to use either. That is on the Whitewall Vintage Race, which I would imagine, which is how it's got the PI to get all of the power. So they're nowhere near as grippy. They're kind of older race tyres. Nowhere near as grippy, but you will get more power. It will struggle... Okay, this is where it's going to... So it's going to struggle carrying speed through there. It might struggle for actual complete top speed because, well, it's got no aerodynamics at all. It's like a barn. We have closed up massively through here, but we know it's going to outrun us, outdrag us towards the next corner. And Longbow will also outrun us a little bit. Now, I've got to pass this without losing too much time, if we can, and we do. We pounce on the exit as soon as possible. We get the move completed. Now, if it could manage to keep Longbow at arm's length, that would be very helpful for me. That would be very helpful indeed. We will run around this final corner. It's not. Well, it was a forlorn hope. It might pass Longbow before that corner. Not quite. Longbow gets a lot of understeer actually through there. Yeah, okay. Then it might work actually. Might slow Longbow down just for another lap. I mean, that's all I really need. I think me and Longbow are very evenly matched. We gain our lap speed in slightly different ways, but over the course of a lap, we're pretty even between these 2 cars. Oh God, don't do that. So yeah, Longbow has got past again. didn't think it would take long, but you know, if it is say half a lap, if it's even a couple of corners, that can, as you can see, build a gap that will make it easier for me to defend, because it means even if Longbow is a little faster over the course of a lap, it's going to take, you know, a couple of laps to catch up to me, and these aren't particularly long races. So yeah, you have to get through the traffic quickly. I think we should, barring any silly errors, I don't think Longbow's going to have the speed to catch this. This is a pretty good all-round track for me, I think. We have got half-decent top end, because this car is very streamlined. We take a little bit of time to get to it, but we do have half-decent top end, and we are better in the corners than just about everything else. The E-Type might be able to carry slightly more corner speed in places, I think, but it's so much slower down the straight that it's not enough to make up for it. But though I can't see where the E-Type is on the leaderboard. Has it had a tough time? No, it's up in 4th, so it's not had a terrible race. But yeah, this is not the track for the E-Type, perhaps. We've got a couple of laps to go. So yeah, Longbow will close through kind of the first half of a lap, and then in theory, provided I don't hit the wall, don't hit the street furniture, we should then kind of extend the gap all the way through here. I say maybe a little needlessly. I have still got to push. We know how fast that Emery is, so I can't really take it too easy through here. I have to push, and it's not like I can just rely on out-dragging the other car to the finish line if push comes to shove. So, we are definitely still under pressure here, and Longbow is gaining a little bit that lap around. Yeah, Longbow has caught us slightly on this lap. It's not by a huge amount, but Longbow will, I imagine, be getting fastest lap of the race unless we can manage to pull out something absolutely amazing this time around here. Dive on the brakes into about turn 3. First real big braking zone. Yeah, Longbow is catching. That thing is damn fast. Little nervous. This is what I said. Any gap that could be made while Longbow was stuck fighting with that Ford is very, very useful indeed. Longbow very nearly kissed the wall through there. I mean, you can tell. We are both... Oh, Longbow must have hit something. You could tell how hard we're both pushing by how much our cars were moving through that section and how close we were getting to a wall that is very mean. It is a wall that can really ruin your day. And we both played it risky, and in the end, Longbow must have clipped it on the way through. And that is unlucky for Longbow, but yeah, you can tell how hard we were pushing these cars in that race. Oh, bloody hell. We will claim victory. It's a second victory for the 550. I do think, though, fastest lap will go the way of Longbow in that one. Yep. It's not by a huge amount, but it is by a few tenths, and enough to make us sweat a little bit towards the end as the rest of the cars come across the finish line back there. I mean, the battle for third was pretty damn good between the Ford, the E-Type, the Mini, the Firebird, all very, very similar lap times down there. The Ford just outrunning the Jag to the line. Unlucky for the Jag, but the Ford does get another podium. Oh, and there's actually another close battle between the Tirana, Renault, BMW and that group. But there we go. We will claim a... Maybe it's not white walls on the Ford. Maybe it's got some really skinny tyres and a lot of power. Probably quite heavy and all of that. Anyway, yeah, this has been good fun. Had some really, really good races in this one. Really good fun races. We stayed at the back of Longbow's car quite a few times, and then Longbow did the same with us, basically. I very much like this 550. It is a very quick car. It was expected to be quite fast, and it certainly lived up to that one. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you'd like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.